Hi everyone, I'm Jane Trotter and this is Accelerando Piano. Today's tutorial is all about making sure your piano stool is at the correct height. It's really important to get this right. If you're too high or too low, you run the risk of developing muscular tension, which can restrict your freedom of movement at the keyboard and lead to discomfort and fatigue while playing. Before we delve into the height of your piano stool, I quickly want to point out that the height of your piano's music stand is also very important and plays a significant role in helping you to play with ease and comfort. I cover that and some solutions in my companion tutorial, Practising, a Pain in the Neck. So, in a nutshell, the best height for your piano stool is one which leaves your forearms level and parallel with the floor. It's not the same for everyone, as obviously people are different heights. But interestingly, it's not even necessarily the same for people of the same height. Let me read you a quote from an excellent book which I highly recommend, What Every Pianist Needs to Know About the Body by Thomas Mark. The optimum bench height is determined by the ratio between the length of the arm and the length of the torso. And this ratio varies from one person to another. So, to achieve the correct height of your piano stool, follow this rule of thumb. Sit with your fingertips resting naturally on the white keys in the middle of the piano. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed and comfortable. Here's the important bit to feel and observe. The tip of your elbow should be level with the top of the white keys. Now, it's rather difficult to observe this yourself because you can't view yourself from the side. So if you have a mirror, you could use that. Or even better, get someone to photograph you or record yourself on your phone. Here are some pictures of me sitting at varying heights. In the one on the left, the stool is too low. You can see my elbows are below the level of the keys and my forearms are orientated upwards. If you sit too low, the tendency will be to raise your shoulders and elbows to compensate, and this could interfere with freedom of movement and bring on unwelcome tension. In the one on the right, I'm sitting way too high and my forearms are angled down. This again can cause postural discomfort, with the potential to drop your wrists and pull your shoulders down. The one in the middle is the best height for me. My forearms are level and my elbow is on the same horizontal plane as the top of the white keys. To help with the process of ensuring your piano stool is reliably and consistently at the right height, you could use something as a marker which you can always adjust the piano stool to. As his guide, my husband Shane uses this cardboard tube with a yellow strip which aligns with the top of the handle. I have lots of students coming to the studio for their lessons, and they each have the stool adjusted to fit their needs. So every time Shane sits down to practice, some adjustment is required. If you have multiple people in your family who play the piano, this might be a good trick to help everyone find their individual height quickly and easily. In time, you will begin to instinctively know and feel your optimal stool height and will be able to adjust it perfectly without any extra help. An adjustable piano stool is your best seating option, as you can really fine-tune the height to what suits you the best. But these stools can be pricey and aren't an option for everyone. So your next best option is a sturdy chair. But what if the chair's not high enough? Or what if the piano stool is at its maximum height and it's still feeling too low? As a teacher, I encounter this quite a lot with my younger students who need some extra propping up. There are a couple of do's and don'ts. If you need to raise yourself up, it's best to use something that's relatively flat and even so you can stay level and correctly balanced on the seat. I have a couple of pretty flat cushions as an option. Or you could also try one or more folded towels, which will give you some flexibility. Alternatively, you could sit on some small carpet squares, which also do the trick. Another option might be to try an exercise or yoga mat, and you could fold it if necessary. In fact, these last two options might be good for putting under your piano stool, so you raise the whole thing. You don't want to have a cushion or pillow which is too puffy or rounded. Although these might be great to dissolve into at night when you're chilling out watching a movie, they're no good for sitting on at the piano. You won't be level and balanced on the stool, as there may be a tendency to lean forward or back as the cushion gives underneath you. You want to be sitting on something that's flat and stable. If you need to use a chair and it's proving to be too high, then it's not the right chair. See if you can find an alternative that's lower, which you can then add to get the correct height. If necessary, a visit to a second-hand shop might be a good option to find a single chair that will be better suited. Have an idea of the height before you go. Now, I want to finish by talking about the option of using an adjustable office-style swivel chair at the piano. These do have a big advantage in that, like a piano stool, their height can be adjusted, meaning you do have considerably more flexibility than a normal chair. So that is a big plus. Personally, however, I would always recommend getting, if possible, an adjustable piano stool. Okay, I know what you're thinking. How come I use an office-style swivel chair in my tutorials? Well, the answer is very simple, and it's for a very practical reason. I'm constantly moving back and forth between the camera and the keyboard. So I need to be able to do this as quickly and comfortably as possible. When I'm not doing a tutorial, I sit on my piano stool. If it turns out that in the end your best option is to use an office chair at the piano, then there are a couple of things it's vital to watch out for. Firstly, the chair swivels. This is definitely not an advantage when you're playing the piano. As you begin to play at the outer extremities of the instrument, the temptation is to just swivel on the chair to better reach the notes. Do not do this. Do not swivel on the chair at any time. For optimal playing and avoiding a build-up of physical tension, your torso and the keyboard should be parallel with each other. So if you do need to play up high or down low on the keys, you move sideways with your body. Imagine someone's going to poke you in your ribs and you want to move out of the way. You do not twist or turn, as this will displace the proper alignment of your back and arms. Secondly, many office chairs will have the option to adjust the angle of the seat. For playing the piano, you want the seat to be as level as possible. If you have the seat tilted forward and down, the tendency will be to bring your shoulders forward into a rounded position, shorten the back of your neck, and your legs will be working unnecessarily hard to help stabilize you. If you have the seat tilted up and back, this will mean your body weight is tipping backwards, which will give you less control and stability and hamper your freedom of movement. Thirdly, and this should really go without saying, if your office chair has arms on it, please remove them. They'll not only severely restrict your arm freedom, but you may be holding your shoulders in an unnaturally high position to compensate, and that is not good. Finally, and this applies to a normal chair as well, when you're playing, you don't want to be resting your back against the back of the chair. Again, this will interfere with your ability to move easily around the keyboard because all of your thighs will be in contact with the bottom of the chair or stool. And with your back pressed against the rear of the chair, you'll tend to feel stuck. This may also impede the ease with which you use the sustaining pedal, and you might have to over-straighten your arms in order to reach the keys. Ideally, you want to be sitting on the front half of the chair or piano stool. That way, you're immediately ready to adjust your position in response to whatever the music requires. It's really, really important to be sitting at the correct height when you're playing. Not just to avoid a build-up of unnecessary tension and possible injury, but more importantly, to make your playing easier and more comfortable. Playing the piano is something you want to enjoy. It makes you feel happy. It's something you love to do. Why would you allow all of that enjoyment and pleasure to be diminished by constant, uncomfortable niggles, strain, and discomfort caused by your piano stool being the wrong height? So, do let me know in the comments if you found this helpful, or if you've got some other cunning ideas for tweaking your stool's height. Doing so will help the video reach more people who may also benefit from getting comfortable at the piano. Thanks for watching.